So I've noticed on YouTube people do these critiques of things, and they do one per episode. I was thinking what we could do differently is just smash through about 4 different things.
Yeah.
Make this even less marketable, sellable, and attractive.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a market for people who remember these TV shows.
Well, I'm just thinking I'm thinking more about the length, the fact that it'd probably be about 50 minutes and no one's going to sit there and watch that. But I want to, not this episode of Button Moon, I mean the 4 things we're going to watch, plus us rabbiting over
We
them.
are going to watch 4 episodes of some children's programmes that Ryan has suggested. Yeah. Yes.
But what I'm basically saying is I don't care if no one ever watches this.
Just to reiterate what we've said, throughout the So Haunt Me period of this podcast, no one's going to see this, and that's fine. That's fine by us. Good. Okay.
Let's do it. So I've picked today's 4, and you're going to pick the next 4.
Yeah.
And they're early childhood favourites. So things you loved when you were either play school or just starting primary school. You know, that really, really young. So this was probably the earliest thing I remember loving. And this is Button Moon.
Follow Mr. Spoon Button.
And I used to be quite scared of it at night time. That's the other thing, everything about it.
Really?
I loved it in the day, and I can remember being in my cot. Can you believe that?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and my used to sleep with the door open and the landing light on, the sort of light coming in, and I used to have this horrible fear of the Mr. Spoon and company, when they sort of bobbled along, of them walking into the bedroom.
Oh, that's chilling.
Yeah. It's a real love-hate, and you know what it's like with stuff.
It's going to get dark while we're watching it, so it's going to be quite a test of this theory.
Perhaps it's a Button Moon tonight as well.
Yeah.
So when you're scared of stuff when you're younger, I found anyway, as an adult, I still get a millisecond.
Yeah, a ping.
And then, yes, Button Moon, lovely.
Yeah, it's just like
this does trigger that.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go for it.
Well, I was just going to say, I remember being in a cot moment as well. And I think it was Easter. And I remember my mum coming in and just kind of cooing at me. And then was like, right, well, shall we go downstairs then? Okay, let's go downstairs. And then she took me downstairs. And
I've got loads of memories of being in the cot.
Oh, that's my only one, I think. I can remember my second birthday. Because my mum got really upset because I came into the dining room where she was decorating my cake and saw the cake before it was ready or time to have the cake. And she kind of went, no, honey, no, oh, no. And I felt like she was really disappointed in me, even though she just obviously was annoyed at herself for not shutting the door.
I forget you have an American mum.
I do have one amongst my many mums.
Yeah.
No, it's just the one. She's an American. Yes.
American mum sounds like a rubbish...
American dad?
90s. Yeah, I'm thinking 90s, a bit like Mrs. Doubtfire or something.
Yeah.
She was American mum.
American mum, stay away from me.
Come on, let's have Button Moon.
All right,
I can't wait no more.
All right, ready? Go. Oh, the song.
Gorgeous. I still love any song, any pop song or indie song or whatever that has that sort of space noise.
Yeah.
In blanket sky. It shines down on the Spoon family's garden.
Is it like a theremin
Hello,
or something?
Tina Spoon. Hello, Mr. Spoon.
Don't know.
Tina's very pleased to see her dad.
That looks like a tin of Heinz.
It is. It's a baked bean tin, isn't it?
Is that what it was supposed to be?
Bought lots of food.
A tin of Heinz.
Birthday party for Egbert.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Beans.
I do.
Working at the
Tin of Heinz.
Mrs. Spoon has been busy.
That was the one I was scared of the
Make
most.
the house look very nice.
He's
for
pretty
Egbert's
terrifying.
birthday.
I know
Here's Mr.
exactly what
Spoon,
he'd look like as a
a packet
human
of
as well.
crisps and orange juice.
Yes.
Mrs. Spoon thinks he should put the orange juice in the fridge with all the other party food. Then Mr. Spoon and Tina can pick up Egbert in the spaceship.
Don't know if I
while
like
she
this
finishes the
so
party
much as I
decorations.
like the song
Yeah.
and the bit where they go to the moon.
It looks like a wiggly worm wriggling across the grass.
Oh, she's confirmed it is a wriggly worm. Look at
It's
those
Mr.
arms.
Spoon. He's got a
That's
paper
it. That's the
streamer stuck
walk.
to him.
That's
Yeah.
the through my
Tina thinks
bedroom
that's
walk.
funny.
Ryan.
Mr. Spoon's wondering why Tina's brought the paper streamer. She didn't. Her dad was caught up in it. Tina wants to use it to make a birthday card for Egbert. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's do the countdown.
How big do you reckon these puppets were?
3.
I mean, those spoons aren't...
I don't mean in terms of popularity.
Massive, huge in Japan.
Because the Stingray puppets were quite big, weren't they?
Hello, Winnie
Yeah, they were
Wilson.
like little
He's
people.
looking after Egbert. Egbert's dad made him a spaceship for his birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Winnie Wilson thinks it looks a lot like the Spoon family's spaceship. No.
Oh, he's cute.
It doesn't fly as high.
He reminds me of the kid in South Park,
Careful, Egbert,
like the
you
little
might break it.
pre-speaking kid.
Oh, yeah.
Winnie can see the Spoon family's spaceship.
So they just cad about in spaceships.
This looks like Eastern Europe.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
really
it?
brutalist architecture.
Egbert's spaceship is broken. The top has fallen off. It can't have been stuck on properly.
Oh,
And Egbert
no.
wanted his spaceship to
I
go to
wasn't
the
expecting
button moon
this
on his
to look
birthday.
so sort of naff.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Because it's not that old, is it? It hasn't actually got an excuse to look this cheap.
Mr.
It's
Spoon will
quite
return
old.
for him.
This is the
Happy
1980s.
birthday,
Yeah.
Egbert. Here's the birthday card Tina's made
This
for
is
him.
almost, if this was black and white, you'd say, oh, this is really old.
Yeah, like
Like,
there was an American
Spoon thinks the
puppet
two
lady,
spaceships should blast off the button moon.
and this reminds me of that.
Winnie Wilson
If it were in
hopes
black and
Egbert
white.
has a fantastic time
Never
on
mind.
are you thinking of Muffin the Mule?
He's going
Yes,
to do the
that's right.
countdown. 5,
And in Friends, Chandler
3,
says,
2,
yeah, if I had my hand up a sock for 30 years, I'd be talking too. Or however many years it was. Off we go.
Cool tune.
Yeah, the music in this era of...
Yeah, it's
You-
so good.
oh, I know exactly what we're
Rod,
gonna
Jane
watch.
and Freddie.
Yeah, great. Do you remember Stop It and Tidy Up?
Yeah.
The music for that is incredible. I got David to remix that for me with a Death Grip song for my birthday. And it just absolutely slaps.
for Egbert's
What a
birthday
sentence that
prize.
is for
Yeah.
casual viewers of this.
What are you talking about?
Stop. See you later. Oh, Egbert, happy birthday.
I love it when they're on the moon. And it's not straight and oh.
It's such a windy
Yeah.
day. The
Well, that
wind's
makes
Do you know what-
everything makes more
Go on.
sense when they're on the moon. Otherwise, it's just
Hello,
like
Egbert. Many happy
There's no
returns of
sky.
the day, Egbert.
Is that Elton John going to one of his parties in the
Yeah.
early 90s?
It's all right, Egbert. It's not really old Mother Hubbard. It's Captain Large.
Yes, you wouldn't know, would you?
What did you think as a child when you were watching stuff like this?
Yeah.
Did you? I used to. I think I used to think they were real stars and stuff like that. I knew it wasn't
really?
real. Yeah, but I'm talking like when I'm 3 or 4.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew it wasn't real. Yeah, I also thought lots of it was like they probably filmed it at night.
yeah.
Whatever that means, filming.
Yeah.
Like that meant nothing to me.
When she got there,
What's that little animal?
the cupboard was bare, and so the poor doggy had none.
Oh, someone feed that imaginary dog.
Egbert liked the poor little doggy. Tina thinks it was sad that he had nothing to eat.
Hello again. I can't stop. Got lots to do.
Mr. Spoon's wondering why Small Bottle's in such a hurry.
A small bottle in such a hurry.
Oh, now then, Egbert.
That looks like goat's cheese on wheels.
Birthday present for you in my shopping basket.
Probably what the episode's called.
Yeah. Button moon.
I remember
goat's
that.
cheese
That's
on wheels.
I'm running through the
More
town,
like.
upstairs and downstairs in my nightgown.
Oh yeah, and he's got the like, the Canadians in South Park, and their entire head
Yes,
splits in two
yeah.
when they talk. This is. We've discovered the secret to Matt Stone and Trey Parker's genius social commentary
No,
cartoon
it's
South
gone.
Park.
I know who's taken it. It must have been my naughty little dog. Come on, everyone. Let's go and look for my little dog.
I don't know how weird it would be if this was on telly now. On ITV in the daytime. The
Well, like
world has
ITV
changed.
on the main
ITV
channel.
One,
Yeah.
and it said, "Oh, next is a new children's thing."
Yeah.
That's the moon, and it looked like this.
I think I'd
It
probably
just, the
become
world has
obsessed with it.
changed. It would have to be. It would be too knowing, wouldn't it? It would be ironic, and it would be
Oh
whatever.
yeah, it's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared,
Yeah.
but without all the deliberately scary dark stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh God, why would you?
There's my little dog.
frighten a dog?
Have you seen my bonbons?
Here's a question: when was this on? What time of day?
Sweets.
Because
I
I
think
can't
this
think.
is on like 3:15.
Old Mother Hubbard's cupboard was
Do you think later?
I think kids' TV started a bit later than that. Late 90s, it was on at like 3:30 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it was a bit later, I think. I don't associate this with being on after school. I associate this with being on in the day.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. It might have been on in the morning. It might have been on at lunchtime. You know, like when you'd have the Riddlers or Rainbow or All Sorts, that 12 o'clock.
Something for mums to put their kids in front of so they can finally eat something.
There used to be so many windows in the day for kids' TV.
Yeah. Well, it's to give parents a break.
10:30, there'd be play days or play school.
Oh, yeah.
12 o'clock on ITV, you'd have one of these, something like this for half an hour. Then I loved the 2 o'clock BBC Two. That's where you'd have things like Stop It and Tidy Up or You and Me, which we're going to watch later.
Yeah.
Green Claws.
Oh, I loved Green Claws.
But that was like a 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I was
jobby.
absolutely obsessed. That might be another one to watch.
Do you know what I am?
I was so obsessed with all. No, I don't know what you are. You're terrifying. I used to love the seeds.
I haven't seen that for 30 or 40 years.
What, this woman in a hat?
Yeah.
Woman.
No, not that Mary. I'm Mary.
This young lady.
Cow? Oh, Mary didn't have a little cow. Mary had a little
Oh, it's so weird.
Made a
why have I remembered her?
More like a little lamb if you wore a woolly jumper.
Oh, I've never seen a cow wearing a woolly jumper.
Looks like a real kitten under there.
Woolly jumper.
Thank you, Robbie Robots. I'm now going to do a nursery rhyme for Egbert's birthday. Mary had a little cow. She milked it in a pail. She made everyone milkshake. And everyone felt quite well.
That was terrible.
Can I have a honey sandwich?
It's a weird thing to think that you and I might have watched this
Independently of one another.
at the time. Yeah.
Imagine. Where would you have been sitting?
Oh, yes.
In our middle room, which we had in our council house.
Yeah.
Sort of the middle main room. In the corner, obviously, the TV on wheels on like a stand. And a big chunky Ferguson, probably like with wooden sides, one of those TVs.
Yeah.
And I would have
Oh,
been
we had wooden-sided TV.
never on the sofa.
Bye, everybody.
Really?
I'd be on the floor for this, I think.
Is that because of your age?
Walking around, yeah, like wandering.
Yeah, playing probably at the same time.
Waiting for the song.
Oh, well, you're
listen to
not
that.
going to have to wait for long.
So sad. Oh, let me hear it.
Shut
This is
up.
brilliant. Listen to that. Quite scary.
Yeah, that synthesizer is very John Carpenter. Is that like, I can't remember what it is. I don't know if it's Halloween or something.
Nope.
Nope, that's not the screen that actually is on. We're broadcasting from a different screen. We're broadcasting from a different screen. Right, that was Button Moon.
Yeah, let's go You and Me next.
You and Me. Now, this I have... so this is from the year I was born, but I do remember You and Me.
I noticed just then that episode was 80... Just pause this for a second. That episode was 1988. So I was 5 when that was out.
Oh, wow.
Button Moon. So a bit older than I thought.
Yeah. It's all a bit of a
That's not
blur,
to
though,
say-
isn't it?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And like once you factor in stuff you were watching when you were older, if you had a younger sibling or an older sibling, like there are things I remember because my brother was watching them, but I was probably too young to really understand what was going on, but I still have some kind of memory of it.
So this next one is You and Me, and it was usually in that afternoon slot that I was talking about. It's got UB4 to do the theme tune. I think they did it on this
I didn't know that.
era. It's an absolute...
Red wine.
It is a belter of a theme tune.
Okay.
This. I genuinely listen to this theme tune on its own regularly.
I do that with Stop It and Tidy Up. Although now I've got the remix, I can listen to that instead. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
12.
And this has got a nice bit of filler as well from, what do you call
I love a bit
it?
of that.
Continuity.
Yeah,
From,
and next up we're going to You and Me. 12 minutes and 46 seconds of joy.
Okay.
It's a hot day in the market today, and Michael Balfour is making ice cubes with Cosmo and Dibs.
Cosmo and Dibs.
Listen to that.
I forgot about this.
You and me and you. Is that?
I feel like this was the aesthetic of the... What?
I don't know if that's UB40.
UB40.
Listen to that.
Yeah. This is like how the early learning centre looked for about 3 decades afterwards. Oh, it's seasonal as well because it's hot out. Look at it go.
Gently, does it? Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
There, that's it. Well,
they were revolutionary, weren't they, when those ice cube things came out?
I don't remember them coming out.
Perhaps it's because we just didn't have one. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Free ice.
In the fridge for us, Mr. B.
Right you are.
Not in the fridge, in the freezer. Oh, there we go.
There's another, obviously, fake sky. And I bet as a child, I thought, oh, they're outside.
Yeah, it's daytime.
How long will they take?
Oh, I don't know. Here's some that I put in this morning.
Oh, it's all water. Oh, look.
They're quite good puppets, aren't they? That's what I mean about Button Moon.
Yeah.
I think Button Moon's 4 years after this.
Yeah.
This looks a bit cool and hip and...
Definitely looks modern.
Yeah.
The time. Button Moon does look like it was made yesterday. It was made yesterday? It was made by the age group that it was made for.
Rock hard.
Yeah, but see what happens on a hot day like today.
That was a waste.
They're all melting.
Sorry, I forgot we were supposed to be learning things.
So they are.
Yeah.
Literally just watching ice melt. iPhones, they're going to exist. Just watch an ice melt. Oh, wow.
It's a bit like Sesame Street, where they have the information, you know, the little films.
I don't know what that means. That means that is...
Do you not remember on Sesame Street, it wasn't just Elmo, it had these little 3-minute vignettes of what it was like growing up in an Eskimo town or something.
Oh, right, yeah, like the
in the winter
sketches.
when it snows. Yeah.
In the winter when it snows.
Look at the world then. We grew up in that world.
I know. Just missed out on that skirt and boot combo.
Do you know what never gets mentioned? That is how big dressing up like an Edwardian was in the 80s. And mothers would dress their little girls in really ridiculously, like Edwardian, like they were going to a sardines.
Yeah.
A sardines supper.
I had a little kind of, a little collar on one of my dresses that had sort of scalloped edging. But my mum is American, so who knows?
I wonder if anyone in this knows this video is on YouTube and that they're on it.
You know those blades? Very, very sharp.
I don't know. I don't know what the process would be of kind of...
I think you probably would. If you'd been 4 or 5 then and
well, your mum would say, oh yeah, you were on telly.
See
even if
you
didn't really remember,
She's got the Princess Di, the Princess Diana vibe.
Yeah, the haircut.
It was a big look.
I think it might come back.
They're too skatey. They're too skatey. Oh.
I mean, he's got the Diana cut as well.
It was so popular, even the boys were doing it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they were getting their own haircuts. I think their mums were probably getting their haircut.
2 Diana haircuts for one.
Yeah.
She happened to have her son with her.
One big, one small. Both Diana.
Ready? Feet together. I can just skate all on your own. Now slide. And
the word skate, isn't it? Not slide.
Very good. Do a little spin.
Oh.
Meg at the sea!
Oh, look at that beautiful edifice. Oh,
Meg
gorgeous.
and Mog.
Could you read us this book, Mr. B?
But you've just read it, haven't you?
Well, I've looked at all the pictures, but I haven't read the words.
Please, Mr. B, would you read us the words so that we can look at the pictures again?
All right, then. I like it too.
Aw.
Meg at sea.
Why does this make me want to cry?
Because it's really comforting.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh my
Look.
God! Now
This
I
is
understand.
amazing.
I don't think I ever really had Meg and Mog books. I had a couple. But I had such an affinity with Meg and Mog, and it's from the cartoon.
So Meg made a spell. Mermaid's tail, lobster's toe, octopus wriggle, blow wind blow.
What effort to go to. Look at the effort they've gone to. For this, for you and me. Not for you and me, but for the programme.
For
you
us.
And me.
Sick, said
Lads and lads, for us to do.
There's land, said
You
I.
and me.
So good. Oh no! Disaster struck.
This sums up everything that's wrong with the world now.
Yeah.
This has interrupted that beautiful thing.
Said Meg.
Take me back to this world, please.
Oh, I was like, rewind.
Swam to land.
Oh.
It was an island. They were cold, wet.
These books were hot property in our library at school.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, if there was one there, it was like, "Ooh, quick, get that.
We had to look up who the illustrator is because they're just a genius.
Isn't this Tiger Who Came to Tea, Judith Kerr?
Oh, is it the same?
I'm not.
Went fishing.
Not sure.
Not
sure.
The whiskers look similar to the tiger who came to tea. That is going to eat that cat. Oh no, it's a disaster. That egg that's also an owl has been got by a huge octopus.
I was just expecting that old bloke to say, "Oh, I'm going to read it." I was not expecting this.
No. But now I vividly remember being excited when the Meg and Mog book would come out because it meant that the animation was coming.
Mog cooked the fish.
Classic Mog.
It's textbook Mog.
Absolute.
That is Mog all over.
Vintage Mog.
While Meg and Owl had a rest.
Lads and lads, for you to see.
Chopper ahoy, he said.
Just really small.
Meg made smoke signals with her cloak. This is the
Her underwear.
awkward spot.
Cloak signals, yeah.
3 dots, 3 dashes, dot, dot, dot.
Helicopters don't do that.
Help!
But anyway.
Help! Help!
Oh, I've never felt so
Something's
like
burning.
attached to my
Looks like a witch,
cat.
said the pilot.
Because it's black and white as well.
And took them back home.
Hi.
Goodbye, Meg.
Oh.
Goodbye, Owl.
Hello. Very realistic horse. What journey are we going on now?
Wheels?
Who composed this brilliant music?
There's when I was
6 wheels.
pointing out to David how hard the Stop It and Tidy Up theme tune goes. I discovered a YouTube video that was of a vinyl record, and it was just a picture. The video was just a picture of the vinyl record, but it was all this one artist, like this one composer's kids' TV themes, and you could sort of scrub through the whole record, and it was just groundbreaking. Charlie XCX
It's hot in the market today.
would love it.
I'm really hot.
You like some ice cream?
This is topical because it's roasting today, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And I'll see if the ice cream van's around.
Oh, I'd love an ice
Leave it to
cream.
me,
I thought.
Mr. B. The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. The sun has got his hat on.
He's left his hat behind.
I'd
So they
like
sell
a
it,
cap like this one
split
day.
the money.
The sun
Do you reckon they live on the market?
Yeah, I mean, what are they supposed to be?
I don't know.
Urchins?
I wish I could
Are they
see
bears?
myself.
like an urchin.
Sometimes you can see yourself reflected
Spiked
in water.
for the very first time.
Oh no!
Dibs.
Get it out.
Mr. Spoon there. That's his arm. An amputated.
What do I do?
What's up, Dibs?
I've got Mr. B's cap all wet.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. A wet cap is no joke.
It wasn't meant to be a joke, Cosmo. I didn't mean to do it.
A wet cap is no joke.
It was
Aye, man.
accident. Will you be
You didn't do it on purpose?
No, I tell you, it was an accident.
Well then, he won't be cross. Here he comes now. You tell him.
Ice cream van will be here in a minute.
Ray beats him over the head. I've got my cap wet again.
This all soaking wet.
You left
So
it
what?
here.
Did you do this?
Well, yeah.
Do you think it was funny?
Well, I just...
You wanted to play a trick on old Mr. B. He'd come back, put his cap on, and get all wet.
I didn't.
Have to hang it up in the sun to dry. Do you think you could stay here without getting anything else wet?
Oh no.
You didn't tell him how it happened. That it was only an accident.
This is a real moral quandary.
Oh, never mind, Dibs. I'll tell him.
I think I'll run away and hide.
Cosmo, did you see what Dibs did to my cap?
Yes.
Sure, get over it, mate.
Was it a horrible thing to do?
Well, no, not really. You see, it was an accident. He didn't mean to drop it in.
No, I didn't mean to do it. I was just sort
I'm watching this and sort of thinking this is how the world worked.
Yeah.
It's so innocent, isn't it?
Oh, if you just explain how the bad thing happened, everything will be all
I
right.
thought it was a trick.
Well, you were so angry you wouldn't listen.
Well,
I really like these puppets.
I should
Yeah.
have let you explain.
I feel like I could draw them quite effectively in 2D,
Yes.
maybe even in
Needed to wash
3D.
Anyway.
Perhaps it will shrink, and then it'll be the right size for Dibs.
There's the ice cream van. I'll get 3 big ice creams. How's that?
Oh, great.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
To hear that tune.
Glad I didn't run away now.
Yes, it's best.
Oh, listen to that.
Francis K and Francis Wright. That must be very confusing on set.
Lots and lots for you to see. Me and you and me.
Bloop, blub, 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 blub. Reminds me of the theme tune to
Lots and lots for
My Beautiful
you to
Laundrette. That's got a lot of...
I was talking out of my hat with that Judith Kerr. There's another children's book that she did, I think.
Yeah.
It's about witches. It's not that, because it just popped up. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
That I'd say that's for its time. What was it, 84? That episode.
Nougat. Yeah.
It was world class.
That was pretty great. Look at Emu's situation.
I know. I used to love that. I was so scared of grot bags on the right. There.
Yeah, I think I didn't watch it because of her.
That was actually
the line I drew.
I was nip and tuck. I was going to actually select it for watching now.
Nice.
Women seeking companionship. Is that like men behaving badly?
Yeah. She's an amalgam of every Nuts magazine model. Right, shall we watch Postman's Pats? Postman Pats,
Yeah.
not Postman's Pats. It's not double plural. It would be Postmen Pats anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Letters on Ice.
Letters on Ice.
Letters on Ice. Oh, I've gone back into Ringo Starr then. Neil Young.
Postman Pat, and his black and white cat.
Hello. A lot of black and white cats in 80s television.
Yeah. I lived near the man who wrote this song.
Really? You lucky thing. What you do now?
No, it did. He's dead. There was my friend won a competition. I found this out about 2 years ago. To ring the bell on this, you're going to hear it in a minute. And they went and recorded it, and she rings the bell on this theme tune.
No way.
Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as they wait. John Cunliffe. you know who he
This is
is?
a dangerous font. No.
He is John. That's my friend ringing the bell.
Oh yeah. That's so
John
cool.
John Cunliffe was John from Rosie and Jim. You know the bloke who used to drive. That's him.
Wow. Yeah. Again, attention to detail.
Look at it. I'm looking in the windows and in the little house. It's
I was just thinking of the
unbelievable.
slate tiles on the houses.
Yeah, it's so
Look at the
good.
variety in the foliage.
I know, it's
Purple
some ridiculous
mountains.
stuff that you just... This has had love put into it. Look how gorgeous that is. They've even bothered to strip the trees.
Yeah.
It was icy as well.
Well, I imagine they made new ones without any leaves.
Well, do you know what I
at all.
mean? Like, bothered to... I don't suppose they went there
Tuesday,
stripping the trees.
But he had to go very carefully. Sam Waldron was out too, with his mobile shop.
Remember you?
Hello, Pat.
His mobile
Rough
shop
weather.
selling mobiles.
Hello, Sam. How's it going?
God, look at that
Well, I don't think I'll be
pilot's
able to get
outfit
this
he's
well up
wearing.
to Granny Dryden's with the groceries. I'll take them with the letters, said Pat. Righto. Here they are.
Oh,
That'll keep her going for a while.
Did you know,
Thanks, Pat.
when this series
Bye
was
now, you
made,
go.
they made 13 episodes. I think it started in 81, maybe 1980, 81. They made 13. They didn't make any more until 1997.
What?
There were 30 for our childhood. We saw the same 13 episodes over and over.
Oh, imagine being like 4 and being like, I love this one.
I know, but I never noticed that.
No.
I never thought, oh,
She was glad to see him, especially when she saw he
oh,
had
look
a
at Granny
groceries as well as a
Dryden.
I'll check it
I
with
love the
letters.
shop when they go to the post office.
Oh, those
Sound of a
bananas are
clock ticking.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Pat.
Oh, look how
That's
cozy
lovely.
that looks.
Oh, yeah.
And that letter'll be from that lass of mine
This is
down
the
in
aesthetic that
London.
I'm really going for in my adult
I
life.
can't find me reading glasses anywhere.
Well, this probably played a part in it.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I'm serious. Like,
Certainly. Now,
those yellows and
Let's
beiges
see.
and dark greens.
she says, Dear Mum, just a line to let you know. Speak up, please.
So I'm going to
Pat.
tell you something that you're going to love.
Go on.
So the guy who
We'll
wrote this,
all
John
be able
Cunliffe,
to come up
he was
to
a school
Greendale
teacher.
to see
But
you
he'd
for
been
your
really bullied
birthday.
at school. Like, he didn't enjoy
Jim
his school.
started school this week.
And
Dad's
he
bought
used to
a
write
new
children's
car.
books, not massively successful, but he was
well,
surprised when he
hoping
got
you
a
are
call
too.
from the BBC. He said, can you write
All our love,
some things?
Sally
Yeah.
And he thought, oh, I want someone who sees the countryside, so maybe a postman's a good idea.
Have a cup
But
of tea.
he wanted to create
Thank
a
you, Mrs.
world
Dryden.
that was so idyllic that children in a similar situation to him when he was younger would just feel at peace for 5 minutes, like they were part of a world where they were accepted and whatever.
Yeah. And
Isn't that
Postman Pat is
lovely?
a very, very happy man, as
Yeah,
the
exactly.
theme tune tells us.
Goodbye. Bye, Pat.
Oh, that's absolutely crushing. But makes complete sense. And that's exactly what he did.
And he was also really shafted by the company that made this. So
Well, the production company.
yeah, the production company. To be fair, they do an awesome job with his scripts. They create this kind of visual masterpiece that you're seeing in front of you now. But he signed a deal where
The
he said,
church bell.
I know, incredible. And the crush of the snow as well on the van. It's so good.
Like nothing's happening. He's just driving about. And
I know.
You can just hear
that's the magic
outside.
of it. This is the thing. Kids' TV now is so manic.
Yeah.
I bet if you put Nickelodeon on now or something, it would just be someone screaming at you.
Yeah.
There's so much to be said for peace.
Yeah. I remember watching The Big Breakfast when I was little, and my dad would come downstairs from getting ready for work and be like, "Oh, good, we're watching the shouting program again, are we?" Because it was just very loud and brightly coloured.
Here's somebody writing from a warm place.
Hello,
Australia.
Pat.
It'll be our Bert. It's ages
You can hear the
since he's
fire.
written.
Yeah.
That reminds me. I found Bert's old skates this morning. I reckon they'll be just about your size, Pat. Do you fancy trying them out?
No.
They say the tarn's frozen hard. Well, I don't know.
Reaction
I'd love
shot.
to have a go. Is the ice safe? Has anyone checked it? Yes, Miss Hubbard. Take them anyway. You never know when they might come in handy. And I've got some of my own. Thanks, Ted. Cheerio.
It looked like he was going to make the saw into ice skates.
Could you imagine trying to take a cat with you on a... What a nightmare it'd be.
Some people can get their cats to come out for... Maybe, I mean, my one, you'd want to tranquilise her. But she does look just like the cat from Postman Pat.
The wind was blowing the snow into deeper and deeper drifts.
It's getting dangerous.
Soon, Pat had to stop.
Yes.
The road was blocked. He thought he would never get through with his letters now. Then he looked across to the tarn and saw someone skating on the ice. It's worth trying, Jess. I can take a short cut across the ice.
Yeah.
Come on, Pat, it's lovely. You stay here, Jess.
It's the second thing we've seen out of the 4 that includes ice skating. Did you ever ice skate?
No.
No, I didn't. I got to about 15 and suddenly ice skating was the thing that everyone wanted to do for their birthday. I was like, what?
Here we go.
I never did things for my birthday. That's an alien concept to me, that. And people say, oh, I did this for my birthday, did that for my birthday.
Yeah. I think there's a class element in that where Surrey parents would competitively
I can imagine.
do events for more kids than their kid even knows.
Hello, Pat. Hello, Charlie. Special ice delivery today. Thank you. Good skating.
It feels so weird watching this one. I'm so hot.
George Lancaster was still
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
He did get a surprise when Pat
Actually,
whizzed
3 out
by
of
with a
4 have
letter.
included... No, wait, that was the same one.
Mrs. Thompson was out for a spin too.
Mrs. Thompson.
Ouch!
Well,
I was going to say, so...
What are you doing down there?
Yeah, he got shafted by the production company behind this. And he said...
I'm all right.
They signed his contract where he said, if we ever make any books... he said, I need to write them. I don't want you having the character. He's mine.
Yeah.
So you can design him or use your images, whatever.
Come on, Jess.
But that's when they started producing like hardback books and magazines, because it technically wasn't a book. So that's where he lost control of the character.
That's terrible.
And he started doing all these things that with him, I don't know, flying planes and whatever, things that weren't in keeping with the spirit of the programme. And he basically he sold his rights to it eventually. But some people got really, really rich off it, and he kind of did okay. Sort of watched this thing sort of just become massive, and he lost all sense of control. And it became something he didn't want it to be. Yeah,
that's heartbreaking.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was such a noble intention.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's weird that happened sort of on the BBC's watch as well.
Yeah.
Even this isn't a BBC programme. It's,
No.
you know, they bought it from that production company. Ivor Wood, I think.
Yeah.
He made lots of other things like this.
Ivermectin.
Ivor Postvan. What?
There were no children at the school. They were all snowed up at home. But the snowman was there.
Snow day. What's going on? This is a snow frog. Why are his eyes like that?
That's
Pat had an envelope in his pocket.
Look, you can see inside the school. I love it.
Mr. Snowman, The Drift, Greendale School, and tucked it under his arm. Hello, who's that? It was Miss Hubbard and Ted. Hello, Pat. Have you seen my bicycle? The snow must have buried it. We'll have to find it.
You're not going cycling in this weather, are you?
Ted?
The other thing that's unusual about this is it's lots of little stories.
Yeah.
It's not one, it's just going on.
It's no grand narrative.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's doing, is kind of visiting each of these little stories on his post route, isn't he?
What other ones do you remember? So there's 2 episodes in the snow, which I remember. What other, are there any other? There's another one that really stood out for me in my memory, and it's weather related. And I'll say it in a minute if you can't think, and I think you'll go, oh yeah.
I remember just the standard version of the show, which is all kind of green and blue and mountains and everything being in bloom.
The one I'm thinking of is the fog. Do you remember the foggy episode?
Vaguely, really vaguely. Maybe I only saw 12 episodes instead of all 13.
There's also the blustery day as well.
That I remember very vividly. Losing all
I would
letters.
happily watch all of these.
Yeah.
Found something?
It sounds like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It's probably been meant to.
Santa Claus is coming. No, not what song am I thinking? Santa Claus is coming tonight.
To town?
What is it?
Yeah, that's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
All good, merry and bright. No.
Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright. You literally just sang that.
Time for choir practice.
You 100% just sang the middle 8 from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Goodbye.
Santa Claus is coming. I'm thinking of something that's from the Phil Spector Christmas album.
Nothing stops her, does
That
it?
doesn't help me.
See you in church on Sunday.
It's called Santa Claus is Coming Tonight.
Oh, you're singing that to Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I'm coming, Jess.
It's just even more confusing. Just such a good little road sign. It really sounds like a little Royal Mail van as well, rather than like a sort of hermetically sealed vehicle. It's just stuff to keep rain off.
This snow can't last forever.
It's only been one morning. Here he is.
Oh, look at this.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat,
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat.
Great work, Derek Mogford. Martin, you're a scholar and a gentleman. Oh, that's the only people that made it. Woodland Animations, traitors. There we have it. Oh,
yeah. Oh.
This is part of it. So this was taped off the VHS, was it? Oh, great synth. Or whatever that is. Oh.
Yeah, it's one of the first video
The recording
programs to
copy
be
and
on
loan
video.
unauthorised hire. Yeah, good thing we watched that on the VHS itself. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying it's one of the first things to be made on video. Children's programs. It was the first sort of wave of that.
Oh.
Which they made a fortune from that as well, which you didn't see very much of.
No.
Poor old John Cunliffe. There we go. So those were my 4. What? So all sort of early to mid 80s.
Yeah.
With the exception of Button Moon, I think there's a real mark of quality to them.
Yeah.
And very much about, I was going to say less is more. It's less is more in terms of story. And they're so gentle and easy and calm.
The hat thing in You and Me.
It was brilliant. But the effort in all of those 3 was incredible. Really amazing. It's just, it's so easy. Obviously, it was my childhood and your childhood. So you got the rose tinted specs on.
Absolutely.
But God, that looked so classy.
Yeah.
Didn't it? All of it.
Yeah. Is that just because that's what we grew up on? I mean, I know I'm kind of repeating what you just said, but that's what we grew up on. So therefore, that's the marker of quality. Or if
I've picked the good ones.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
But there definitely is the other side of children's television, which is loud noises and shouting and bright colours and guns.
What was that repulsive thing with Paul Daniels in it? Whizbit. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It was gross. That's what we'll have to do. Like once you've done your 4 next time, let's watch children's TV programs that made you feel sick.
Yeah.
And I could rattle off about 50.
Really?
I've got, yes.
I can't think of gross ones. I mean, other than
Whizbit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Sharky and George.
What was wrong with Sharky and George? The Crime Busters of the Sea?
It was rank.
Oh.
It was gross. Like 3 frames per minute.
Oh. What about...
do you remember Pinocchio? Not the Disney version. The horrible with the blue hair.
No. Do I?
Oh,
maybe.
My God.
We'll have to do a little montage of things that I'll have to see to remember from what you've talked about as being the really gross ones.
The Riddlers.
The Riddlers.
Although I quite liked that, actually.
I remember liking that. I used to despise the raccoons, the beloved raccoons.
Yeah, no, I never got that.
No, oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'd literally be like,
really
damn, I'm really annoyed that this is on. I want something done that I'm going to enjoy, like the theme tune.
Yeah, no, it was so overrated.
Mm. Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, you got far too much. That was going like late into the 90s as well.
Yeah,
it was like knock this on the head.
Yeah, knock the raccoons on the head. They've been replaced by the Animaniacs. Come on.
The Animaniacs.
I saw during the writer's strike there was somebody had made a big placard. Like obviously you saw these hilarious placards because it's writers, but one of them was settle our demands now, or I swear to God I'll climb up the Acme Tower or the Warner Brothers Tower and release the Animaniacs. I swear to God.
I think I saw that.
I really liked that one. I thought that was great. I was like, yeah, that's such a niche. Like it felt like the Animaniacs was on for about 6 months and that was it. That was your lot. Mm. It didn't seem like something that was kind of long and it didn't feel quite the right age for me as well. It felt too young for me, even though I still found it really funny.
Did you watch ITV or BBC or both?
I'd go back in between.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Look for
probably leaned. I used to have phases where I leaned more towards one than the other, but generally, yeah, those.
I'd easily be put off by the adverts with ITV.
Oh, I quite liked the ads. So for toys and sweets and things, that was actually a draw for me. They had adverts. Yeah. And BBC, could be a little bit too preachy, couldn't it? When you were younger, they'd have things like the Lowdown, which I couldn't stand.
What was the Lowdown? I remember
the Lowdown was like.
We've gone to Newcastle to ask 3 children what they think of pencils.
Yeah, about quad biking. It was so boring. Yeah, it was.
It just flashed in my head. I know this wasn't an episode of the Lowdown, but it flashed in my head that like PSA children's video where a dad is making a big fire and burning loads of stuff, like old wood and stuff. And the kid finds some paint cans near the bins and is like, oh, I better burn these paint cans then, and throws them onto the fire, and then they obviously explode.
Are kids today getting scared enough by adverts? Where are they getting this info now? I really don't know.
It's just TikTok.
But a 5-year-old, where's a 5-year-old getting terrified about leaving the gas on and things like that?
I don't know.
Bring back public information hell.
Yeah, for children. Taped off BBC 2 at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Right. Okay. On that note.
Right. That was a journey. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Right. So next time it's you're going to pick 4.
Yeah. I think we can be pretty confident. Go on.
I wasn't funny at all.
No.
Not that I ever am hilarious, but I just wasn't I don't want to say anything about these things.
No.
I've just got so much love for them.
Yeah, but that's all right. Sometimes it's nice to just feel nice things. And on that bombshell.
Yeah.
Next time, I think we can be fairly confident on the Stop It and Tidy Up. I think we can be fairly confident on... Actually, I don't know, but that one definitely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Right. See you later.
See you later. I can't work computers.